What is going on, you guys? Today I have another video review for you. This one is from What's Inside Family, and it's called Tokyo Capsule Hotel Tour. Let's get into it.
Today I'm going to stay inside of two capsule hotels in Tokyo, Japan. One of them is Futuristic, made of plastic, looks like a spaceship capsule. And the second one is a more traditional, men-only, capsules made out of wood hotel that even offers free rice. This is very, very popular. Most of these capsules are sold out this entire weekend around town, but I did find this 3-hour gap at this specific 9 hours. And this only cost me 2,000 yen, which at today's prices is 13 US dollars. To put it into perspective how inexpensive
That's like, I don't know, 350, a little over 350 USD for a month. I should say that. $17, I think he said there. And if you stay there for the whole month, then that means it would be about 350, maybe a little bit over, but not 400, which is pretty awesome. I mean, a lot of people think that Tokyo's super expensive, like San Francisco or something like that, but obviously you probably get more for a closet in Tokyo than you do in San Francisco or New York, for example.
it is. Just this Uber ride, convert 5,400 yen to USD, is 5,400 yen, which is 35 US dollars at today's exchange rates. So it's more than double the cost of my 3-hour stay at the Capsule Hotel. I did reach out to management and they told me I am allowed to film inside of there. I just cannot talk. I have to be very, very quiet. Like when I'm in my capsule, I can whisper to you guys, but other than that, I can't really talk too much. From the second you walk into the hotel lobby, you can't help but feel like you need to talk quietly. Don't know. Capsule number 415. Got it. We have the girls' elevator and the men's elevator. And shower? Okay, let's go up. Oh, I gotta do this. We're going to, we just, and then it knows. Check-in process was not super smooth. We got it figured out. 414, 415 probably right there. Here's the garbage. Slippers. Oh, these are like cubbies. So the first area that you come to is these little cubbies that you can get one with your room. So if I'm number 415, use my barcode. It unlocks it. I have a bag. What is inside the bag? Pajamas, a towel, slippers. Dude, they give you pajamas. I didn't expect that. $13 is what I spent for this. Definitely putting these on, and I hope they fit a 6'3" American. Please remove your shoes. Oh, that's the wrong foot. When I finally got into the room where all the capsules were located, it was honestly kind of surreal walking down the hallway and seeing all the capsules. There's a window at the end of the room that looks out into Tokyo. The first capsule hotel in the world opened in 1979 and was in Osaka, Japan. From there, it spread to a bunch of other cities within Japan. And now there are capsule hotels in many places of the world. Once you climb in, you can close your curtain for privacy. Now, your little door can be locked, but it can only be locked from the inside. I would say it's pretty comfortable inside of here. Like, I'm really tall, totally stretched out with my legs. I have room here, I have room there. I read somewhere that it was 9 feet. I would say it's more like 7 feet, 6'8" maybe. Your actual capsule or pod or guest room is basically a chamber that's roughly the size of a bed, with enough room for you to crawl in, lay down, or sit up. Some of them are made out of wood or metal, but they're most often made out of fiberglass or plastic. Okay, we've made it into the capsule. I feel like I'm in the 70s with all this wooden wall and like brown stuff. Look at the door right there. Somebody is sleeping above me, so I should probably be quiet. Most of the capsule hotels that you'll find generally include a small television with headphones for you to listen to it, some form of air conditioning or air ventilation. As soon as I put in the button, the air conditioning turns on. Wow, that's really, really nice. power consoles for you to plug in your devices. And it was crazy. Both of the places that I stayed in had the fastest internet, gigabit internet up and down. That's not even something that I experience when I stay at a Hilton hotel in Japan. It's faster than the Wi-Fi that's at my house, so super impressed with that. Now you can hear almost everything going on in the room from all the different people that are staying in the capsules. Now, kind of like a hostel, a lot of the amenities are community shared, like the toilets, the showers, the dining room. Wow, they have laundry machines up here. That's legit. And the older version capsule hotel I stayed in even had a community bath and sauna. Now, I didn't film inside of there because nobody was wearing clothes. But if you are gonna go into the community baths, beware if you do have tattoos, they are frowned upon. The older school place that I stayed in actually had these bookshelves. I thought they were DVDs, but then once I got closer, I pulled one of them off and they're like little Japanese comic books. Around Japan, you can find different sizes of capsule hotels. They have some that have 50 beds inside of them, and they have some that go up to 700 beds. And even though this capsule hotel had spots for women and men, across Japan, capsule hotels primarily cater to men. Your clothes and your shoes are supposed to be exchanged for a yukata, which is basically pajamas. This is the locker room on the second floor. A little bit odd, but this is where you get your outfits. Room wear. I know they have these brown clothes. I don't really feel like wearing them. I think I'm gonna pass on that and just go to my room. Now, I wore pajamas in one of the hotels, but I didn't wear it in the other one because honestly, I was too tired and didn't even want to go change. I'm on the third floor. It's time to go in. Let's see how we do it here. Why would somebody want to stay inside of a capsule hotel? Well, the main benefit is they're convenient and they have a low price. Typically, they cost around $18 to $36 a night in US dollars. Now, I booked the traditional one last minute, like an hour before, and it did cost me around $100. But to be fair, all of the hotels around Tokyo Station were going for $400 to $800 US dollars for the night, so I was more than happy to spend the $100 on this capsule room. And did I mention I get free rice? The interesting thing is, the stereotypical person that stays inside of these capsule hotels are Japanese.
So 18, if you book it in advance, do that. And then I bet there's a better rate, better cost and value for booking it early, as well as for a longer time, so more than one night. So let's say you wanted to stay there for a month. I bet you'd be closer to that 18, or maybe even less. Maybe they'd discount you because it's a whole month or longer, because people do that for rent as well. So that's worth keeping in mind. I'm not sure what that would look like. And honestly, if you want to live a bit more like the digital nomad, go out and work, I think I've seen in another one of these videos where some of these capsule hotels, first of all, that page he was looking at where he was scrolling up and down and looking at different ones, they all looked really nice for a hotel, especially for a capsule hotel. So there's that part. Seems like you get a lot for cheaper doing that. And I think the biggest thing with this is some of them have like remote working spaces, like co-working spaces. So if you have a remote job, you can actually work in there during the day, or you could go out to somewhere else in the city and do that as well. But if you wanted to try that as like a digital nomad or remote worker, I think you could start out saving a lot and then shift to your own place after a while. And it's interesting because I've heard people say, I don't know how true this is, but like a lot of Japanese workers being overworked to the point where like they fall asleep on the subway there and they're not home very much. So really they just need a place to sleep. So like it would be almost like that part's not great, but it's like it might encourage you to get out a little bit more since you can really just sleep and sit up. So maybe you'll leave your stuff there and then go out and work or check some things out. So it seems like a cool concept overall.
These employees who are too drunk to go all the way home safely, or they missed the last train of the day to get home, and they're too embarrassed to get home super late and see their spouses. Checkout of the capsule hotel was at noon. I stayed until 11:45, which gave me the chance to see them cleaning up all the capsules. They took out the entire bed, all the sheets, and swapped them out with fresh new ones. First thing, it is very inexpensive, so a great price for you if you just want to get some sleep. I like to sleep with white noise, and there is no way you could turn on a white noise sound machine. That would be considered too much noise for the people inside of the other pods because they would all hear it. You would have to wear headphones in order to listen to it. The use case for these would be amazing inside of airports. It's already so much better if they have these inside of the main secure area so that you can sleep for a little bit longer, especially when you're in a foreign country, and not have to like go out of security and customs and then come all the way back through and have them question you, what were you doing for 4 hours here? That process could take 2 or 3 hours, and so it really limits the amount of time that you could sleep. How has this business not come to more airports in America? I really don't know, because it is a really convenient, useful thing. And as long as you're not claustrophobic, you should be okay and you should be able to stay in one of these. Let me know your thoughts. Would you stay in a capsule hotel?
Honestly, cool video. Go check out more of his stuff on What's Inside Family and subscribe over here. Obviously, I want to make sure that you can start building a lifestyle of your own, not one that was designed for you. And I think what's interesting about this is it might be a good segue for people who need to save a little bit if they want to move to Japan at first. Because you could also try it that way as like a digital nomad or remote worker. Like stay in a capsule hotel for like a month or a couple weeks for cheap and find your own place after that. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.